Right now, thousands of families hoping for change as this dispute with the long-running VA hospital in Aurora continues. But the Deputy Secretary for Veterans Affairs, Sloan Gibson, is on the way to tour this facility today, and we do expect an announcement on a possible deal. Joining us right now is Congressman Mike Coffman. You've been helping work on this. You do expect an announcement that should make some of these families pretty happy today.
Well, I think there'll be an announcement for a framework for a short-term agreement to bring these families back, and I hope that before Christmas we're going to. That will happen, but there'll be certainly. I think both parties are fairly close in terms, and so I think they can make an announcement to that fact. I'm not sure whether they're ready to have all the details to sign on the dotted line today, but I certainly hope so.
So that's good news for them, possibly getting them back to work even as soon as next week, just on a temporary deal. A lot more to work out. One of the big sticking points is a lot of money owed to the contractor, Kiewit Turner.
Well, certainly, and I think that the general contractor and VA are working on that to get the out-of-pocket money to keep the project going that Kiewit Turner was spending, as well as making a lot of the subcontractors whole. I think that's a condition that the general contractor is putting down before they come to work. I think the VA certainly wants to make that agreement, make that part of the agreement.
And that's a lot of money, not just $100 million, even more than $100 million.
Well, right now we're talking about $146 million. That amount could climb a little bit higher. I think there's some money from that work completed on a very slow change order process procedure that I think is going to make that creep up a little bit higher, but I don't think that much higher.
And the good news is you believe the money exists by repurposing funds within the VA that they can keep this project moving in the long term, although there are a lot of negotiations still to be done there.
There's a major construction fund, which is unobligated monies, although committed to specific projects that haven't broken ground yet. And so I think that the money's going to have to come from there. It can be reprogrammed. But at the same time, I think what's going to have to happen is, as a consequence of that, there'll be some projects delayed across the country. But I think to stop construction on this and leave and just abandon this project and then come back later on to do it when we go through the appropriations process later next year, I think it's going to really significantly aggravate or increase the cost even more.
Great. Congressman Mike Coffman, thank you so much for joining us this morning. As you heard it, an announcement expected on at least the framework of a tentative deal, a temporary deal, to get Kiewit Turner back on the job here at the Andrews Medical Campus, while they then continue to negotiate a longer-term deal. Reporting live in Aurora, Tider Lopez, 7 News Now.